So guys, the Lord had me give you all a word earlier that was called illegal marriages. And I'm going to call this illegal marriages part 2. Something that he has laid in my spirit is I want to make sure that you guys understand that a lot of times there's some people, when they're sent and they come into your life, they don't come in with the mindset of I will destroy, okay? But what it is, a lot of times they're walking in darkness. God will show you certain things about this person that you know that they are not led by the Spirit of God. He'll show you something about this man or this woman that you're about to marry, that they're not led by the Spirit of God. They don't have the same vision that you have. Their impulses are different. God is going to not have you fooled. You will see this thing. And so by them being led by the Spirit, them being led by the flesh, right? You see, because as believers, sometimes y'all just jump on the fact that this person is saved and this person goes to church. But listen, Satan goes to the very presence of the Lord to give a report of what he did. It tells you in Job 1 that when the sons of God came to present themselves before him, that Satan came in the midst and he had to give an account of what he had been doing, right? So I need you to understand that because somebody says they're a Christian and because they're coming to church and then they sing real good and they're on some auxiliaries and they pay tithes and offering or whatever they do, it does not mean that they are truly a follower of God. By their fruit you shall know them. So God is saying today, when he uncovers the fruit of that person and he shows you who they are, then God is saying, listen, when you choose to marry them anyway, you're going to have to deal with the consequences. This is how the darkness and the flesh and them walking in the rudiments of the world, it's going to affect your walk. See, there are many of you that are planning to marry a person and say, okay, well, God, help me out now that I have this husband and this wife. But God is saying you need to obey me from the start. You need to trust me enough and obey me enough that if I'm placing it in your heart, I've uncovered and I've shown you some dark things. Not that the person made a mistake here and there, but things that are not good about them. Things that where they are walking in their flesh. God is saying, if you still choose to marry them, then you cannot tell me to stay the hand of consequences and repercussions, because what is going to come is what your mate is going to invite into the relationship. I can't stop their will and what they're going to do. So God is saying, when I show you things now, be trusting enough in me to step away from it and know that I will give you what is for you in due time. God is saying there are many of you who you want to marry this individual for the sake of marrying them, because you want to marry them. And then once you're in the marriage with them and you see who they are unfolding more and more, now you want to divorce them. Now you want to leave them. Now you want to toss them aside. Now you want to walk in the revelation of what you were told from the beginning. But God says, once you have married this man or this woman, you're supposed to submit to them. You're expected to treat them and honor him as your husband, treat her as your wife, protect her. So God is saying there are many people that they want to take that leap, say, God, follow me. Fix it, Jesus. And then when it's not being done the way you want it, you want to throw this person to the side. Now you want to mistreat them and say, well, you weren't for me anyway, or you weren't walking in God. Well, now you've consummated the bed with this man or this woman. Now you brought them into your home. Now you're all under the same, or you've gone under his roof. Now there's so much more that's involved in this process, and you end up hurting one another and causing a lot of pain that was never meant to be in the beginning. God is saying the whole mess of turmoil and discord and pain and hurt and all these things that's going on and you feeling, well, now I'm stuck. It's a result of your disobedience. It's a result of you doing what you want to do. But God is saying, when you get into the marriage, that's not the time to now you want to toss them aside. Now that, well, you've had your fill of them, you've tried them out, they won't behave. Well, they're not behaving now. They're not behaving now. They're not acting right now. But you chose to marry them anyway. But now once you have them you chose to marry them as an unmarried person, as is. And now you can't tolerate them as is once you marry them. God is saying in all things, you are still a witness to this person, whether they're saved, kind of saved, unsaved. So it's better that you make those tough choices now than to do something that's wrong, put yourself in a position where you become hurt, where you become burned out, where you become discouraged. It's best to do what you need to do now. If God has shown you this is not for everybody, if God is showing you this person is not it, because this person is doing things that's contrary to the word of God, this person is there are just telltale signs right now. Not that you heard and somebody told you, but telltale signs. Not that somebody don't like him or her, they have an opinion, but you see some things for yourself. God says, make your cuts now, because it's not right that once you marry them, they have the same traits, but it's now exacerbated. You want to toss them to the side. Now that you're husband and wife, do what you got to do now. Save yourself the heartache. Wait on the Lord. What God gives, it adds no sorrow. So obey him now rather than having heartache later. All right, guys, don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe. Peace out.